everyone Kaya loves was almost massacred on more than one occasion. Worse, she obviously witnessed the most recent ones. His jaw flexing, Griffin looks up from his sister's tear-stained face. His sombre gaze flicks to Piers. "Did you ask the guards to bring us a message?" Piers nods, keeping his eyes trained solely on Griffin, as if I'm too unsavoury to look at. "But so did about 100 other people every hour, using all sorts of incentives, saying they were family, offering bribes." He made no effort to disguise the bitterness in his voice. Everyone wants a look at the glorious winners of the Aegon Games and the new Tarvan Alpha couple. I glance at Griffin. He catches my quick look and frowns. The reason we're out alone and in our dingiest old travelling gear is because disguising ourselves and slipping away was the only way past the crowd chanting Elpis at our new front gate. The meaning behind the name we gave our team in the Aegon Games has been spreading, reminding Thalirians of the ancient and mostly forgotten spirit and personification of hope. Elpis. And now, the indomitable idea of hope in a world full of ills appears to be contagious. It's expanding far and wide. If people were so ready for change in Thaliria, it's hard to believe they waited for me to come along to do it. Or, more accurately, for Griffin to push me into doing something about it. No expectations at all seem to have turned into too much expectation overnight. And now all that growing excitement is camped out on our doorstep and serving as a loud and constant reminder that I have a lot to figure out. And soon. At any rate, we went out the back. Piers finally looks at me, his expression going from hard to harder. As if reading my mind, he says, "Elpis. How fitting." So why the irony? I narrow my eyes on the one member of Griffin's family, my family, that I just can't seem to like. You're the only one with something against hope. I'm the only one with something against leading my family and friends into bloodbaths. Piers snaps. "We're not dead," I snap back. "Where's Cassandra?" The blood drains from my face so fast it leaves my head numb and my hearing dull. Piers's eyes turn as chilling as winter frost. "They told me she went to fight alongside you in the games. But then I saw Jocasta, my sister, in that terror pit of an arena instead." I open my mouth to respond, although I don't know what to say. Still, it's my responsibility, just like Cassandra was. But before I can form the awkward words scraping at my tongue, Griffin steps in, his voice even and strong. "Cassandra left our rooms at night to do unsanctioned reconnaissance. She made that decision herself, and it cost her her life before the games even started. It wasn't Kat's fault." Piers pales, his face turning the same shade as the knuckles on the fists clenching his reins. He looks sick, and in that moment I realise he still hoped, maybe even believed, that Cassandra was alive. She could simply have been somewhere in Castle Tava with us, off limits, protected behind high walls and slightly overzealous guards. But she's not. She never saw either of our victories, winning the brutal Aegon Games or the successful takeover of Tava, and it was my fault, partially at least. My plan to enter the tournament brought her to Kitros, to the arena. She came because she believed in Griffin and me, to fight for us, for a new Thaliria, and she was the first casualty on our side since I joined this cause. Slowly, Piers looks away from Griffin. His dark grey eyes land on me and spark like flint on steel. The heavy dose of guilt weighing on my chest makes it hard to breathe. "I'm sorry. She was very nice." The moment I say it, I want to shove the weak platitude back down my throat. 2 bright spots appear high on Piers's pale cheeks, and I think he wants to shove my words back down my throat too, along with his fist. I can hardly blame him. The muscles in Piers's face twitch, and I think he's just barely holding back the colossal tongue-lashing he wants to give me. Clearly struggling for control, he still urges his horse forward until he's uncomfortably close. When he finally speaks, his voice is so tense and low that it vibrates like the first ominous tremors before a volcano belches up destruction from below.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.